Okay, so the third video, I'm going to show you how to tidy up what you see on the screen. So we're going to do something called print formatting. It's the f dot command in Python. Now, so we've got a table here. Not too sure if I like that, and it's not lined up properly anyway. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the names out here anyway. And what I want to do is put those above. And let's do that. And let's put in number 2 and run that. So here's everything, but I want to have the titles above. So above that, I want to print, and I want to print name, and I want to print name, comma, and let's print the age, comma. Above that, whoops, we want to print the employment status here as well. Okay, and let's run that one. So we've got a bit of a title, doesn't look great. I'm not particularly happy with that. I need things to line up. I need to know how many items there's going to be. And if you look at Eleanor Abernathy, she's the longest name there. All the other ages are in double figures. So if you count that up, Eleanor Abernathy, I make it to be about 17, 18 characters. I'm going to use the F feature. So let's just do print F, and then we're going to open up, we're going to put some speech marks there, and we need to do a speech mark at the end just to balance that out. It's going to print everything in there. It's also going to allow us to do some formatting. We're going to use these curly brackets. So I'm going to print name, and I'm going to put a colon here, and I'm going to give it 20 characters. And I'm going to use this little thing here to say is going to be aligned to the left. Now the age, I'm going to do the similar thing. I'm going to put in a curly bracket, and I still need that speech mark there. And I need a colon, and the age, I'm going to give it 5 spaces, and I'm going to align it in the center, and we'll see what that does in a moment. And then employment status, I'm going to do, again, curly brackets, and I'm going to give that more. That's quite a long line. Safety inspector for Mr. Burns is a long line. So let's just give that 30 characters, colon, and let's just align it in that direction and see what that does. So let's run that, see what that top line comes out like. Okay, so it's spaced it out. It's given name, 20 characters, age 5, and employment status 30, regardless of how long these strings are. Now, if I just change that one around to the other direction, and run that. That's the same direction. Other direction, run it, and name is moved to the right. So it's right justified. If we want to center name, we use the top up arrow, or the hat we call it, and that bangs the word name in the center there. So you can choose how you want to lay that one out. Okay, let's run that. That looks good. So now we can move down to character, and we can do a similar thing. So F, we'll open up a speech mark, and we'll put another speech mark at the end just to balance that, so we don't get an error. And we're going to print character, and then we're going to put a colon, and then we're going to give that one 20 spaces too. And we'll close that. We'll open up the next curly bracket. So we're going to print character 1, and we're going to give that 5 spaces, and we're going to center that, I think. And then we'll print out the last one, character 2, and we're going to give that 30 spaces and align it in that direction, and we'll play around with that after. Now let's run that. Okay, so we've got a nice table there. We can just put in should we print nothing and get a nice line at the top there? Or what we could do is just print, and then we could do a whole long line of equals. It's probably about that much. Just run it to check. A few more in there. And we're getting what looks a little bit more like a nice, neat table. So we've got name, age, employment status. And again, we can play around with this alignment back in the middle. And we can put that to the left-hand side, like that. Looks all right, doesn't it? Name, age, we can bang the name in the middle as well and align it that way. You can see what happens there. Okay, didn't like that. That's good. And I might actually just copy this line here and put it at the bottom, and that gives me a nice neat table there. That's fantastic. Maybe I want to do some other stuff in this. We could put in another character, so I'll just put in what we call that pipe character there. And if I do that, that's going to put a line in for us. Might like that, might not like that. Anything we do here, like spaces around, will appear printed on here too, so those spaces will come up there as well. So anything we do there, we need to balance it out and add in a few more of these characters too. And that's our table. Okay, have a play with that, see what you can do, play around with the justification and see if you can make it look nice. Just remember you have the F here, have a speech mark there and a speech mark at the end. It doesn't matter that I've used a little speech mark, I can use singles or doubles, but they need to just balance out with each other. And obviously these two go together. Curly brackets, colon, and this bit here is going to indicate left justification, center justification, or justification to the right. Okay.